Hi there, Sprinkles. This is a video explaining everything you need to know about what's going on in crypto right now. And I just want to start by telling you, in markets, you don't need to know the why. There's always a new why, always. The price action speaks the truth, okay? However, if you can figure out the why, it gives you more confidence that this time is not different and that all you have to do is just let time play out and for the market to eventually come to its senses. So what you're going to do, you're going to follow me, okay? You're going to follow me, like and subscribe on YouTube, like and subscribe everywhere on Twitter. Now you're actually going to follow me. Follow this trainer path. This is what friends, send to be friends and family. So everyone has to understand what we're actually going through in crypto. Why, for example, why are altcoins, why are they down? Why is PulseChain down? Okay, what do people say? People will say, and I know it's very easy, they'll say Rector Michelle's dumping. They'll say Richard isn't streaming. They'll say we are gatekept. Okay, they'll say, oh, we didn't do any AI. We didn't innovate. We're not a Solana VM. All this stuff out here. Look, I wish it was one of those reasons. Yeah, I wish. The truth is it's not any of those reasons, okay? If it was one of those reasons, all you would have to do is remove one of them and we would move up. Now, luckily for you, I've been here in markets for a long time. Every day, friends. Every minute of the day, 18 hours a day. When you remove these anchors on your neck, it does not give you the price action you think. See, what you think what would happen is, if we remove this price action immediately while everything else is down, you think that we go, wow, now we're going to go up forever. But actually what happens, you do and you just come back down. That's actually what the XRP SEC case was like as well, because it's too early in the cycle. So you go, okay, Somi, now that we know that PulseChain is not down for those reasons, and altcoins, why are they down? Why are most of them down? Of course, there's some unicorns, but why are they most of them down? Ethereum. Ethereum is down 57% in 2 years. Okay, so if you look at ETH, friends, ETH BTC, since even PulseChain's launch, for example, I mean, friends, it went 65% down. Oh my gosh, it actually is worse. It's actually a bigger number. Wow, it's like, yes, literally, that's wild, man. That's wow. It's kind of funny, man. Be conservative. 65%. It's actually 58%. So it's pretty much that's where it is now. So you're looking at this, and it's been downtrending. Okay, and then you might go, okay, that's why you're here to follow me, right? Okay, my friend, why is Ethereum down? Why is ETH BTC down? And then we know, okay, ETH is down because it's in a third cycle curse. And you sit there and you go, okay, get your lollipop out. What curse? Who cursed it? Let's continue, friends. And first, before we even speak about curses, remember we're going to light a saint's candle for us. And so when you're going through these, friends, when you're going through these, you have to remember to know that ultimately, you don't even need to go past this point. You know, all right, which is cursed, but most people can't take it. They go, what do you, I need to know more. I go, okay, we'll give you the answer more. It's always going to conclude to something you can't control every time. You're literally yelling at the cloud at this point. But like literally, you and I, we're in a home together. We're in the lounge room. We're eating tasty tubes and we got some Doritos. We're looking outside. It's cloudy and it's raining. Yes, and you're like, I'm just saying, it's raining. Don't bother going outside. You'll get wet. And then you're saying, which cloud is raining? Which area did that cloud come from? And then you go out on like this 5-hour flight. You call it the meteorology, the weather dude, the weather guy, the weather girl. You call up those the botched breast implants, South American ladies and stuff out where we're doing the weather implants with their tight dresses. You even call them up. You want everyone's opinion on like, where did this cloud come from? Was it the west, or the northeasterlies, or the north southerly clouds, right? See what I mean? Like you're like, oh, who cares, dude? It's just a cloud. That's what we're actually looking at right now. But I know because markets kill everyone, right? Because it's a cloud. You don't have a financial investment in the cloud. You don't have a price chart for it. But with this, you do. That's why everyone wants to know. So Ethereum's third cycle curse. So why is Ethereum down? Well, what cursed it? The third cycle curse was the business ISM being below 50 for the longest record, 820 days. So I have it right here. Now, the ISM, friends, it comes out every month. So what you might actually want to do is you can just like basically get a monthly reading here. You go, whoa, 26 months. Oh my gosh. How long was this one for before? This was only 10 months. How long was this one for? This was pretty much 5 months, or worst case, this was 11 months. And what about this one? This one was 6 months. So 6, 10, 11 months. Whoa, 26 months. Oh my gosh. You know, so you go, oh, the business ISM. And just to remind you, what is this? It's purchasing manufacturers, managers index. The purchasing manager, people who buy stuff for their business. Friend, this is a forward indicator for whether the economy is growing or slowing. This is literally it. It's a 6-month lead lag. So they get this, they go, okay, you know, like you need materials to make your hair products and you're selling it out to hair salons. Okay, this month, did you do more or less than last month? Right, whatever the baseline is. And they compute all of that, right? So below 50 means contracting. You know, so if you used to send out 10 tons of your product, you're like, oh, I actually sent out, you know, 9,500, then 9,400, then 9,300, and still stays below, you know? And then when it starts to go up, you're like, oh, wow, I'm doing like 10,500, 10,800, 11,000 more orders, you see? But right now we've been cursed on the way down, okay? So then you're looking at that and you're like, hey, okay, why was that cursed then? There we go, friends. Once again, you want to look at the crowd. Look at the cloud. You want to sniff the cloud. You want to have fun with the cloud. You want to see that there's like, you know, maybe there's a giant dolphin. You're looking at the cloud. You know what I mean? All these things, friends. Just squiggly lines, astrology on the cloud, trying to see why is it cursed? The ISM is down because of the zombie virus economy response in 2022. Record high inflation. That's why. So, of course, when we had the zombie virus, you know exactly what happened. It's in 2020. We had the big capitulations out here, as you can see, right? Big capitulations. And then the response out there was a giant M2 shock to the economy. And you can actually, if you really want to see it, you just do M2SL. And this is it right now. M2SL, the money stock, that was it. So instead of this line, this is a log chart line, right? Instead of it growing like this, what happened? We had the huge money stimulus. Because why did this happen, friends? Because we had to cover the GDP gap. The economy dropped like 20% GDP in a quarter. They're like, hey, let's print the difference. Print out money and stimulation. That's it, okay? So let's say we're going further back and further back and further back. And then you look at all of that. You go, okay, when it resolves, which I'm going to explain to you what do we need to happen, which is also outside of our control. When it resolves, how will it appear? Well, you just see ETH BTC going up. Ethereum goes up. I've just shown you others, friends. So remember, Ethereum and altcoins, we know from the others ETH chart, they're literally the same thing. Okay, they are literally they're pretty much the same thing. Their sentiment's the same. And so if you're looking at others BTC here, if you overlay this with the ISM, you can see that they basically correlate. Okay, so when altcoins go up, ISM is up. When altcoins go down, ISM starts going down. And that's also viewable on this chart here, the ISM chart here. Look, it's literally, that's why I marked our cycle tops. 2013 cycle, 2017 cycle, 2021 cycle. We had like literally ETH BTC goes up and then we pronounce on the way down. Altcoins, others ETH go down. We're still down here. Okay. Now you want to know the juice. The juice. Let's actually crank it.
If you step into my shoes, maybe then, no, then you know. If you see it through my eyes, maybe then you go. Oh, baby, then you know. If you see it through my eyes.
Now, how does it resolve, friends? The answer is Mr. Pump. Donaldo is going to have to do some stuff. And he's doing it, friends. He's doing his whole policy. Just to remind you, teach you, he is running the same playbook as he did in 2017. It already happened in 2017. Do you remember that year 2017, friends? The year before 2018, the year after 2016? You remember that year? 2017 is the exact same story. China was weak. The US dollar was strong. Trump got the US dollar to go down. And then China, because the US dollar went down now, China had room to stimulate. And China printed and they were able to they help the GDP of the world. Yes. And interest rates were actually still going up. Yes, in 2017, they were still going up. So Donald Trump's done this before. The US dollar goes down. I'll show you this. Let me show it to you right now, friends. So look at this US dollar, okay? This is Trump comes in. Here. See, Trump comes in. This is the US dollar. And here's March. Look at the US dollar goes bang, 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 like this. See that throughout the whole year. There you go. There's your big alt season. And this is alt season wave 2. Isn't that interesting? That, friends, are literally, this is here. ETH BTC peaks actually around here. So there you go. So that is alt season wave 1 and then alt season wave 2. And what I've done is I've actually put it for you in a very nice picture here, friends. Trump wins. This is the box where we are now. Alt season wave 1, alt season wave 2. Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened, right? And actually, like I'm just showing you the, if you look at the old Dicky boy right here, where are we right now? This is the old Dicky boy. See this, friends? We're up here. So interesting, Trump wins. Where are we now? So this is where here we are. See, Trump wins, US dollar goes up, and we're hoping by the end of this year, this is what happens, right? As we just go down, we have this capitulations down the whole year, and then like it reverses, everyone thinks it's over, and then we have another alt season wave 2. That's what I'm kind of hoping happens. Don't worry about the specific numbers of where the US dollar goes. It doesn't really matter, okay? So remember I said to you, how's that all resolving? It's all that US dollar, okay? The US dollar, friends, it's $100 trillion plus industry. So every bip in that US dollar, every cent Dixie drops is an enormous stimulus, huge stimulus. Every 1 cent it drops, it's almost like it's the Bitcoin market cap adding or removing, pretty much, trillions, okay? So what's Trump going to do? So firstly, he's putting tariffs on China. So China! So Matt is going to get taxed. We love you, Matt. I've got a lot of Chinese friends. Deep respect and love for the Chinese people. President Winnie the Pooh is going to get taxed as he is right now, and then he's counter-taxing and stuff. They just got to find some new medium of whatever the tariffs they're going to argue about. Right? So when they get taxed, what happens? They get taxed. They go, you know what? We're not playing ball, dude. They put up their prices. The US citizens, there's a bit of pain in this period. They start, so they're like, hey, I don't need to buy your honey from China. Okay, I'm going to go buy honey from somewhere else because the Chinese honey, it's not $8 anymore. Now it's $14. They're like, hey, I'm just going to get the South American honey. They're like $9.50. So people start reorganizing a bit of their spending and stuff here and there, yeah? So what ends up happening is that reorganizing is people slowing their spending down. Okay, so right now, that's why the media, I guess the woke media in Americana, they'll be saying, the economy's bad, Trump is unhinged, he's a lunatic. That's what they'll be saying, yeah, but it's all a bunch of BS, okay? They're saying he's unhinged, he's a lunatic, he should be forming friends with all these bug eaters and all these greeny scum. You should be forming friends with them, okay? Now, what happens is, because the slow US spending happens, it means they can now cut rates. Remember, inflation in US is hot. Trump wants the rates down, yes? He wants the rates down, but the inflation is hot. He can't do that, right? So he's got to get the spending to slow initially. And so as people spend less, inflation, the future inflation readings, they go cooler. They're not at 3% anymore. They maybe go down to 2.6, 2.5, 2.4. I mean, remember, the US Fed, they're forward-looking as well, even though they pretend not to be, yeah? So as that happens, Jay Powell, also bug eater, lizard man, king lizards right there, actually the lizards themselves. Then they go, oh, inflation's coming down, we can cut, you know, or stimulate. Maybe they don't cut directly, maybe they don't even cut this year, who knows, but they do some sort of QE, stimulus, you know what I mean? It's all fugazi words, you get it? There's a problem though. There's a problem, friends. The inflation to get down, Trump wants it to happen now. Yeah, he doesn't want it to happen like in 1 or 2 years. So what they have to do is they have to go to this price of oil. See this barrel of oil, friends? It's $72. Back when Trump was president, in the first time, oil was only down here. The average oil price, check it out. In 2016, 2017, $55. Now, this is important, right? Because you're basically playing a higher medium price. Okay, so there's a bit of this sticky, what they call this sticky inflation. So what he's got to do is he goes and starts talking to Russia and Ukraine. If you notice, friends, today, Donald Trump has been talking about Ukraine, right? Think of it. He's talking about Zelensky, Vladimir, $350 billion. So what he's doing is, he's basically trying to like get in between. He's trying to get a deal done. Let's negotiate. Let's do a deal. Let's do a deal. Yeah. So he's obviously, he wants to stabilize stuff. Yeah. If he's going to stabilize things, he's got to get deal. Russia, Ukraine, I don't know how the land works. Puzzle pieces, Tetris pieces moving. I don't understand, friends. All I remember is the Tetris music. Do, 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 do. Okay, you figure it out here, okay? So once it's figured out, it's more stable. There's stable oil prices. Maybe there's like some boost of like supply sending out of oil around the world. He probably also talks to these Saudi Arabian dudes. Probably already done them. Because probably French first calls them on the phone. Hey, can we just make more oil? Yeah, okay, cool. So with all of the oil, basically our inflation gets to stop. Because just to remind you, friends, of your weekly spending, the average person, the oil cost is literally, I think, 40% of your week's spending. 40%. So that's how important the price of oil is for all of us. 40%. Now you also know why the advanced UFO tech, that's why they kill everybody who thinks about 0-point energy. Like 40% of our reliance is on the price of oil. So if you want to try to remove oil, you're trying to literally remove all the power they have over you. By the way, 30% is about your rent or your mortgage. That's wild. So you notice why that's how the government controls you, friends. So of your weekly spending, you need, think about it. They control the homes. They give you the bank loans, and Rocca Negra are owning all the land. So they own the land and they give you the bank loans. They control that part. That's 30 to 35% of your weekly spending. It's either going that part, and then the other 40. There's 40% that's oil. So 75% of what you need every week, government's fully controlled. And the other 25%, I don't even know what it is. It's like random stuff out here. It could be like things like, you never know, like health, which they control as well. Health and like Apple spending and subscriptions and whatever it is out here. Discretionary, right? Like the gym or whatever. But you just get to see, man, they really got you by the balls. They really do. So if they can control that, that's what Donald Trump's trying to do. With these happening, the US dollar drops and it counteracts that slower demand. So that's what it's all coming down to. This US dollar... Okay, the US dollar, friends, just to let you know, every time this US dollar goes down, it's stimulating the US economy. Because all these big companies, they're now getting to export more from America. There's more businesses, they're higher confidence, they're making more money. And I have it written here. Altogether, you have higher business confidence, lower interest rates, lower oil, US economy powers exports. And this is exactly what correlates to a higher altcoin market surge. ETH BTC goes up. So once you get that, that's what you have, friends. Once you get that, as you get that, not like, see, this is the thing. Markets are smart, friends. I know it's frustrating here. Like, you're not going to get a world where you sit, fold your arms on your squeaky chair, of course, with your straight posture, and then like 15,000 news reports happen, and then finally in 18 months, it all starts moving up. Doesn't happen like that. As the US dollar just ticks down, because remember, people are pricing in these actions in the future. They know, deals are getting done. The oil is now lower. Because, that's how, friends, all these economic models work, all these forecasters. If oil price drops, people have all their complicated models. They go, this impacts the profitability of the S&P 500 because inflation and interest rate expectations. The yield curve prices something different. The yield curve can price in another cut. As soon as the yield curve prices a cut, friends, they buy the S&P 500. Risk assets go up straight away. So they don't even need the Fed to cut the rate. If they just need the yield curve, the bonds just move straight. The US 2-year moves. As soon as that moves, it starts pricing in the future already. And the US dollar goes down. And that's our alt season happening. You get it? That's why, obviously, why markets are tough for the average person. Because when you come in, once they finally do all these news and we finally get an achiever, it's literally the market top. It's the end. But people are like, wait a minute, we've been waiting for this to happen and now it's happening, which means it's just getting started. No. The excitement you were feeling was the market pricing it in. That's why it gets tough, friends. So when we see all those, as we see all those, US dollar goes down, we do all this, everything goes up. Now, of course, What can go wrong? A trillion things can go wrong. Welcome to the world. Okay, yeah. Oil spikes up. Russia has another fight. There's 1,000 things can go wrong. 1,000 things can go wrong. But at this point, I feel like we're all beaten down so much. We're so numb to it. We're like, oh, World War 3, 4, and 5 have started. Wow. Wow. You know, we wouldn't even care at this point. They're throwing everything at us. But yes, when you have that, because this is the thing, Vince, you know, everyone's talking about JPEG coins, because they're not meme coins, right? JPEG coins, Solana, Cabal. One thing we know, when the market goes up, it's a reflection of confidence. Okay? So you don't even need to make a good product. If people are confident, they will buy altcoins. That's it. All right? So it doesn't matter if they're all vaporware. By the way, they have been vaporware the whole time. Bitcoin's just the meme coin pretty much. So this is what we know from this chart. So a lot of people are saying meme coins are done. They're all done. They're all done. I don't know, dude. Imagine saying Dogecoin's done. I don't think so. Imagine saying Bitcoin's done. Imagine saying Bitcoin is now done because Ethereum has now launched and it's doing smart contracts. Imagine calling for the end of Bitcoin in 2014 when Ethereum launched, because Ethereum can do all this tech and Bitcoin can't do anything. You were wrong. People still buy and they repeat the cycle. Okay, so if you think this time is different, you can go sit in the hotel cuck chair. For the rest of us, like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you soon.